Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Greetings from the Empowering Temple of Praise Church, still being constructed. Yes, 3633 Reed Street in the heart of Fort Worth, Texas, aka Funky Town. That's what they call it, Funky Town. Hey, come on in, invite your family and friends. It's the second Sunday. Usually evangelists would be delivering the word on this Sunday, but keep her in your prayers. We have already prayed for her strength in the Lord. And whatever the Lord say about it, it's all right. That's that song there. Right? So hey, keep her in your prayers. There's a word from the Lord in the second book of the Bible, Exodus chapter 14, verses 13 through verse 14. But I got to, for those of you who are familiar with Dr. Richard Smallwood, he transitioned, I believe last week, and I would like to honor him, or honor God by honoring him through one of my favorite songs that he charted a champion, and that's Total Praise. Total Praise. I mean, I love that song. I think we sung it at E-Top a couple of times. We didn't sing it enough, if you ask me. But I don't have all the voices. I just have a soprano here, and I'm going to sing the tenor portion. So if you're an alto and you want to sing that alto, go ahead and help us out. But before we get into the word, we'd like to honor the late Dr. Richard Smallwood by singing one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song, from one of his recordings, and that's Total Praise. Total Praise. Lord, I will lift mine eyes to the hills, knowing my help is coming from you. Your peace you give me in time of the storm. You are the source of my strength. You are the strength of my life. Yes, God. I lift my hands in total praise to you. You are the source of my strength. You are the strength of my life. I lift my hands in total praise to you. Amen. 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 All right. Hey, so for those of you who could sing the alto part. Hey, I appreciate you joining in and filling in for us and honoring the late Dr. Richard Smallwood, who transitioned last week. So we thank God for it. Yeah, total praise. Yes, total praise, all of it. Let's go ahead and get into this word. It's word from the Lord, Exodus chapter 14. You already know it. You see it. You should see it on your screen there. And Moses, verse 13, King James Version, said unto the people, don't be scared, fear not. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more forever. Why is that, Moses? Verse 14 says, because the Lord shall fight for you while you hold your peace. Y'all already know, using for a subject from which to preach. The battle ain't yours, it's the Lord's. Yes, the battle ain't yours, it's the Lord's. The Israelites in this passage of scripture find themselves trapped. Everybody know of the Red Sea moment, right? They trapped. They had just been freed by Pharaoh, and they were celebrating the victory. Victory, yes, celebrating. And then they find themselves going from celebrating to panic. Right? Let me tell you why that is. This is an easy sermon right here. Let me tell you why they went from celebrating to panic. Because here's what they were thinking. Their victory wasn't really theirs. It wasn't God, but it was theirs. They were celebrating because they thought that they had something to do with it. I ran so fast. Woo, if it wasn't for me thinking like I was thinking, if it wasn't for me running or picking up speed like I run, if it wasn't for me jumping out the window, if it wasn't for me doing this or doing that, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have even been freed. All this nonsense, right? Y'all know y'all do it too. If I hadn't done that, boy, I would have never got out of that. And God is saying, so you just leaving me out of it, huh? You just leaving me out of the victory that you yourself got, right? I have nothing to do with it. It was all you, right? Because you strong, right? You wise, you kind, you important, right? You big and bad, right? You've been lifting weights all your life. You got all the muscles, right? They got all the muscles, right? So it's because of your strength. God ain't had nothing to do with it. And when you start thinking like that, God always step back so you can really see who got the victory. Yes. In this passage, right, that Pharaoh, God had put Pharaoh through so much. Finally start messing with the children and the kids and the babies. You say, oh, no, what? Okay, you know what? Gone. Y'all can go. You sure? Yeah, y'all go. But watch it. As soon as he let him go, he had a change of heart. He said, you know what? Forget this. I ain't letting them go. Well, he had already let him go. He said, I ain't letting them go. Let's go get them. Let me help y'all out. Do y'all not know that God already knew that Pharaoh was going to let him go? And then Pharaoh was going to come right after him. Everything that happens is God sent or God allowed. God orchestrated everything that took place. Pharaoh, you going to keep him. Pharaoh, you going to dog him. I'm going to send plagues. You going to release him after a certain plague. And then after you release him, I'm going to allow you to follow them. Why is that? Because here's the deal. Y'all got to understand we should have been doing this. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He does not change, which means God oftentimes will allow us to go through some stuff so he can get the victory. That's what it's all about. If we never go through stuff, how in the world can God get the victory? Right? We ain't gonna just keep praising him. Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning. Yeah, we just think that's automatic, so we don't do that. Oh, glory! Yes, glory to God. I woke up this morning. We don't do that. I promise you didn't wake up this morning and start shouting. What's you shouting for, sister? Because I woke up. Let me raise my hand. I did. I just say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for another day. I assume I was going to wake up, right? That's us. That's in our mindset that it's automatic. So sometimes God says the stuff that you think is automatic, I'm going to make it not so automatic so you can so I can get the glory. Right? These jokers were shouting and shouting and praising God. I got the victory, and then their victory turned to panic. Why? Because they ran into the Red Sea. They had mountains on the side. They had the Red Sea in the front, and they had Pharaoh and his army behind them. And their praise went to panic. Oh, they went from, whoa, glory, to wait a minute, what in the world is going on? What is this? This don't make no bit of sense. How in the world is God going to allow us to escape just for him to let us get caught again? That's the mindset, right? You ain't got to raise your hand. I raise your hand for you, right? We've been in those situations. I know you have. You've been in those situations where you say, you know what? I just got promoted, but how in the world I get promoted? And then they talking about releasing a lot of people. You start thinking that way, right? I get promoted, and then they talking about some people going to have to be let go because they having layoffs. See, what God wants you to do is to hold your peace and let him fight that battle. But a lot of time, oh, I love that song, right? Victory, if I hold my peace, let the Lord fight my battle. Victory shall be mine, right? We used to sing that all the time, right? Then we changed it to victory is mine, right? But no, victory ain't yours if you ain't holding your peace. So I like both of the songs, right? I like for you to say and claim it saying, I got the victory, right? But some of you need to sing that other song that says, if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battle, then it'll be mine. Because God wants us to hold our peace. Let's say, God, you got it? Yes. Okay, well, I ain't doing nothing. Because you got it. But a lot of times, just like these Israelites, they get into that praise moment, and then as soon as they hit a stumbling block or a wall, they start to panic. Now they start to complain. And they start to murmuring and talking about the Pastor Moses. And this don't make no sense. We got in this situation, and then why did you bring us? Did he bring us here just to let us die? Why did you let us leave then? We should have just stayed there. You know how we do it, saints. Panic mode. But God is trying to say, listen here, I'm still in charge. Do you not know that I'm still in charge? I still run things. The same God that told Pharaoh to let y'all go is the same God that's going to make a way out of no way. See, here's the deal what y'all got to understand. Sometimes, and oftentimes, we get so caught up into thinking that things just going to happen. That's why we make plans tomorrow. I promise you, some of y'all like, you know what, Tuesday I'm going to do this. And girl, I thought you were going to do this Saturday. Not yesterday. I was talking about next Saturday. And we have no idea if we're going to be here, right? We just believe it by faith. But we making plans, right? And sometimes we make plans and we just forget about God. We don't say Lord's will. And I remind y'all to say it. We don't say Lord's will all the time, right? You know what, girl? Hey, Thursday we're gonna go shop. We're gonna go to Ross and TJ Maxx and Marshalls. God say, who says who? You like, well, says me and my friend. I got a car. What you talking about? No, but what make you think you're going to live to see Thursday? Well, I mean, if the Lord's will. Okay, well, say that all the time. When you making plans, you make sure you put if that's God's will, because otherwise you ain't got no fight in it. You can't do nothing. You can't turn your hair this way. I mean, you could die, right? But you can't say, you know what, I'm just going to make myself this. I'm going to make myself that. No, God is in control. He's always in charge. And because of that, you will never have to go into panic mode if you always have in your mind that God allowed this or he sent it, so I'm good. But see, these Israelites, they were thinking otherwise. They like, man, this Red Sea in front of me and the mountains, we ain't got nowhere to go. Well, who got y'all to where you are? Well, God. Okay, so you think he gonna leave you now? I mean, look at the sea. That's the thing some of us got to understand. Sometimes we get in that moment where we see a Red Sea in front of us, mountains on the side of us, and the enemy behind us. And instead of us going to God, we just start complaining. This is some bull. You know how some of y'all Christians, this some bull. God, all that, right? Y'all know y'all still cuss, some of y'all, right? He working on it, I know. And instead of you saying all that, you should say, you know what, God, I don't even know what this is, but I'm trusting you. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't smell right. It doesn't seem right. But I'm going to trust you. That's all I can do is trust you. I'm putting it in your hands. And I know you still in charge. It ain't even my fight anyway. I'm going to sit back, hold my peace, and I'm going to let you fight my battle, right? That's what Moses told them, right? He said in verse 14, the Lord shall fight for you while you hold your peace. That's what it say right there, y'all. The Lord will fight for you. The Lord is going to do all the fight. The Lord is going to make it happen. You don't have to raise your hand. Hey, put your guns up, put your knives up, put your fists down. He say, the Lord will fight for you. Well, let me have this one, Lord. I got this one. That's where you make the mistake, right? Lord say, I've been fighting your battles all those life. Now all of a sudden you want to fight this one? No, that's why you're going to lose, right? And when you lose, you not only lose that battle, but you lose the war. And God is saying to everybody on the sound of my voice, that fight that you in, that fight that you trying to make, that fight that you talking about you planning next week, tomorrow, or wait till they get back at work, wait till they get, next time I see them at church, next time, all that nonsense, God say, hey, the battle is not yours. he say, it's mine. I already told her, I'm going to fight for you. All you need to do is hold your peace. I don't care about that joker. I don't care about that crazy woman. I don't care about your kids tripping. Whatever it is, that battle that you are trying to fight, he say, let me have it. I got it. You don't have to worry about weapons of warfare. Weapons of warfare that you're trying to accumulate. He said, don't worry about that. I got you. Right? Here it is. I like that God put Israel in a situation that will see or measure the level of faith. Because everybody, we got a level of faith, right? There's some folk got more faith than other folk. Shouldn't be that way, right? Because we serving the same God. But there are some of us, we don't tend to trust God like other folks trust God, right? If it's real simple, that's an easy trust. But if it's in a Red Sea moment where you can't see your way, that's when you're like, oh no, you know what? I should have done this. I should have done that, right? Not realizing that God knows what that Red Sea is, right? Y'all know what God did to the Red Sea, right? He stretch out the rod, Moses. Then the Red Sea split open, right? There was a pathway. Why? Because God said, I want to show my power. I allowed Pharaoh to follow you. I allowed the mountains to be on the side of you. I allowed the Red Sea to be in front of you. Why? So I can get the glory. I'm getting ready to show folk that I'm still in charge. And that's why God said, you don't need to fight. You don't need to fight your boss. You don't need to fight your wife. You don't need to fight your husband. You don't need to fight nobody. He said, I know the situation that you're in. Hold your peace. Let me fight the battle. I'm in charge. Man, I like this, right? Because God oftentimes places us in situations, watch this, where only he can solve it. Because a lot of times we get the big head, right? We talking about, we think we did stuff. Man, I went to school. I got my degree. Man, if I didn't get that degree, I wouldn't have made it out of. Aren't you forgetting somebody? Ooh, boy, if I didn't go to that extra class and took that extra class, I wouldn't have known how to do this. I think you're still forgetting somebody. Right. That's why God oftentimes puts us in predicaments and situations where you can't say you studied, you can't say you got that knowledge, you can't say that you got that strength, you can't say you were fast enough, you can't, none of that. You just say, you know what, there ain't nobody but God. God said, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Ain't nobody but God. You like, yeah. It ain't had nothing to do with me. I promise you, I couldn't do it, right? See, here it is. Here it is. Here's what I discovered. Right? Here's what I discovered. That sometimes we don't get the victory because we don't hold our peace. I'm just putting it out there. I was reminded the other day when I was pulled over for speeding. Yeah, I ain't by myself, so I could tell on myself. I pull over for speeding. I headed to work. Pull over for speed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm like, where this joker come from? But hey, I was speeding. Get this charge, right? So he pulled me over, and he came up to the car, and he said, hey, sir, got you going a little faster. You got your license insurance? I said, well, my insurance is on my phone. Let me get it. He said, all right. He already know I have insurance from the license plate, but I got you, right? So insurance on my, he said, don't worry about that. You got your license? I said, yes, sir. Gave him a license. So you got any drugs or weapons in the car? I said, no, I don't do drugs, but yeah, I got a 45 on my hip, and I gave you my license underneath the driver's license. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. He said, yeah, just don't make no sudden move. I said, I would never. So he gave my LTC back. Say, I'll be right back. He goes back, come back. Say, all right, here's your license there. You don't have nothing on your record, so try to keep that clean. Just slow down for me. I said, yes, sir, I appreciate it. Cranked up my car. Went ahead on to work. The Lord fought that battle. You know why some of you don't win? Because this is how you would have handled that. Hey, I caught you speeding. How fast was I going? You tell me, how fast was I going? That's what I want to know. How fast? Sir, calm down. I got you going speed. I want to see the radar. What did it say? Because I looked at my speedometer. I was only going 50 in a 45. That ain't but 5. But you still speeding, right? But you don't understand that because you don't let the Lord fight the battle. That ain't but 5 miles over. And I'm allowed to go at least 5 miles over the speed limit. If you drive 46 in a 45, you know you still speeding. But that's neither here nor there. That's another message, right? This is why some of y'all can't get the victory. I need to know why. Would you pull me over because I'm black? You pull me out. No, I pull you over because you speed. But anyway, that's another message. You pull me over because I won't even speed. Can I have your license? License, here you go. Here. Okay, you got any drugs or alcohol? Why? You smell something? You don't smell nothing? Well, I smell a little marijuana. Well, it ain't me. I don't smoke. You mind me, sir? Man, go on. Do what you gonna do. He goes back, found out that you didn't pay a ticket from 5 years ago. Could you step out of the car? Man, you better get out of my... No, I ain't stepping. Then all of a sudden, you got a bloody nose, bloody eye, you on the ground, bleeding, handcuffs. Send me another unit. You got folks putting a knee in your neck, your back, your leg. I can't believe this. Y'all just doing this because I'm black. If you hold your peace, the Lord will fight your battle. I'm just telling you like it is. Some of you are getting into predicaments because you want to fight when God said, I got you. You want to just jump and do all this other stuff. God said, hey, I got it. I got you. I don't care what battle it is. God said, hold your peace. Let me fight it. Let me take care of it. But no, a lot of times we want to do what we going to do. And then after the fact, we want to talk to the Lord. Because you know what that idiot I just gave you an example of? Because that's true story, by the way. I gave you an example of, you know, he wound up being in jail, right? Because of that pass ticket. But you know what the officer said? If he didn't act a fool, I was going to give him a warning. And say, hey, go take care of that ticket that you... But no, you want to fight the battle that you're going to lose. God said, let me fight it because I never lose. Oh, my goodness. I don't understand that. I see that all the time, and I'm shaking my head saying to people, hey, man, just be quiet, man. The officer, you never know. He might give you a warning. Man, bump that. That's a mother. This joke of mother. I'm not doing this. No. That's why I teach my kids. Listen here. You get pulled over, respect. Even if they decide to give you a ticket for speed, you just go to court, get you a deferred adjudication for a few months. It's not even on your record. You good to go. But no, you got idiots just want to fight. No, you were speeding. You was already in the wrong. But you don't want to hold your peace, and God will fight that. God have been fighting all of the battles. If you give it to him, He ain't just going to take it, grab it from you, right? I'll fight the battle. Give it to me. No, he wants you free will to give it to him and let him fight it. You say, you know what? I'm going to let go and I'm going to let God. You go ahead and handle that for me, God. That's all he wants to do. That means you trust him. That means you are depending on him. And he loves when faith pleases God. He loves when you trust him and you put all the trust in him. God, I don't even know how I'm going to get through this. I'm putting it in your hand. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got that. I like my son putting it in my hand. I like when my daughter put it in my hand. But no, some of you don't want to do that because you can't even hold your peace. You want to act a fool when God say, I got it. No, you don't. I got it. God say, you go ahead then. Your bad self. Go ahead with your bad self. Because here's the deal. Here's what some of you think, right? That holding your peace means you weak. I hate that. I hate when folk put that out there. I ain't going to be no weak. I ain't no punk. That's the devil making you think that. Stop listening to those willy foo-foos. Talking about you ain't no punk. I ain't no punk, man. That's what I told him. I told him, come on, let's go. You want to meet me? Let's go meet in the parking lot. Man, let the Lord handle that. No, I ain't no punk. Okay. So you going to say you ain't no punk. So you going to go out there, get shot. Now you in the hospital paralyzed. And you looking back. You know what you saying then? Man, I shouldn't even went out there. Well, I'm trying to tell you in advance before you get in that predicament that let the Lord handle that. Hey, if folk want to call you a punk, tell them call you a punk. They want to call you other P's and B's and MFs and all that and all. Let them call you all of that. But you just say, I know what else I am. I'm a child of the King who gonna handle my battle. That's it. Let them, I don't care what folk call me. I know I'm a child of God and I'm gonna let the Lord fight my battles. Right? And when he fight it, he can't lose. We only lose when we start to put our hands in it and put our dukes up, right? It's when we lose. God like, what you doing? Put your fist down. I got this. Yeah, but he talked about my mama. And he talked about my daddy. And I got this. Let me handle it. I'm gonna put that joker in a spot, in a position that they gonna come back and apologize to you. But they ain't gonna do it as long as you trying to fight it. Let me handle and fight your battle. Let me close with this. Here it is, because I already said enough is enough. Imagine you got a child, right? And you got a rope, right? A tug-of-war rope. You got the child on one side and the father on the other side. And the child is pulling, and the father say, no, I got it. And the child said, no, I got it. And father just holding it, right? Because he's stronger. He's wiser, right? He's omnipotent. And the father just ain't even moving. The child is, and the father say, let it go, I got it. No, this is what some of you doing. God said, I'm the father. Let it go. I got you. No. Rope ain't moving. Rope ain't going nowhere. God said, I got this. And you still trying to fight what God said, let go. God said, I'm the father. I got you. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm gentle. Eventually, if you let it go, after all that, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm weak. God said you should have let it go in the first place when I told you. You put yourself in that predicament by holding on to stuff. I said let go. Let go and I got it. I will fight your battle. I will handle your business, right? I'm not going to release my grip because I'm going to always hold on to my children. It's up to you to let go of all that stuff that's burdening you. I'm going to fight your battle because it ain't yours anyway. Woo! This is what happens when you stop fighting in your strength and allow God to handle your situation, right? God steps right in, right? The battle that wore you down and wore you out, that had you with sleepless nights, all that you were trying to win. God said, if you just let me handle it, I never lose, right? I will always fight your battle if you hold your peace. I got this, child of God. I got this, daughter. I got this, son. You don't have to worry about that battle. What battle? It doesn't matter which battle. He said the battle ain't yours, it's his. Woo! I like this, right? Some of you, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you're going to let go of that rope and let God handle your business, right? So lift your head up, child of God. Dry your tears, child of God. Let your heart not be troubled, child of God, because the word of the Lord is clear. And today's message is for you. All he's telling you is the battle ain't yours. It's the Lord's. That God will continue to bless and keep you is my prayer. Yes, don't forget to pay your tithe, sow your seed, and give that offering. Until next time, it ain't your battle. It's his. God bless you. Woo!